Hi there, my name's Bryony and I'm the head of coaching here at Relish. And today we're talking about some ways to make your friends with benefit arrangement as pain-free and mess-free as possible. So as you may know, friends with benefits can be a really empowering way of having your physical needs met when you're not necessarily looking for an emotional connection. So here are some tips from our experts. Tip number one, make sure you're emotionally mature enough. So if you feel like you might get attached really easily or you might be vulnerable, it might not be the right time to do this. Tip number two, don't become friends with benefits with somebody that you already have feelings for. So if you do really like somebody and perhaps want to have a relationship with them, you might want to pursue the more traditional route of asking them out on a date or getting to know them better before making things physical. Tip number three is choose your partner wisely. So choose somebody who you actually like and want to spend time with, and also that you trust and feel is not going to be careless with your feelings. Tip number four, don't be lovey-dovey. So remember what this is about. This is about a physical connection rather than an emotional bond. Tip number five, avoid sleepovers. So again, to avoid kind of forming that connection or bond, if you sleep over at each other's house, you'll probably find yourself spending more time together and getting to know each other more. So it's probably a good idea to avoid that if you're not wanting to become intimate. Tip number six, be transparent about your sex life and be safe. So make sure that you let the other person know if you are sleeping with other people, and also talk about STI testing and sexual safety. Tip number seven, set expectations at the beginning. So as you know, communication is a really vital part of any relationship, even just a physical one. So talk a little bit about what each of you wants from this interaction, and also what your limits and boundaries are. Tip number eight is expect the bare minimum. So remember, you're not in a relationship, you're in a friends with benefit arrangements. So they don't need to go to dinner with your family or bring you flowers on your birthday. Tip number nine is set boundaries. So if something's not feeling okay, or if you're needing to articulate to them, feel comfortable or make sure that you are able to set a boundary with them to say, this isn't okay, or I'd like you to do something different next time. Tip number 10 is prioritize the friendship part of friends with benefits over the physical. So you might want to have a friend arrangement, whether that's going out for a drink, playing sports, going for a walk. So it doesn't have to all be physical. Tip number 11 is communicate. So perhaps you're starting to develop feelings for them, or perhaps you're not feeling okay with something that they're doing, either inside or outside of the bedroom. So make sure that you communicate clearly with them and let them know how you're feeling about things. Tip number 12 is don't be jealous. So you might feel jealous, but don't, or perhaps try and be self-reflective and not necessarily act on that emotion. So remember, you're not in a committed relationship with them, so it's probably not okay to send them lots of angry texts if you see them with somebody else. Tip number 13 is don't stop dating. So if you are looking for a relationship and you have a friends with benefit arrangement, it's probably a good idea to keep looking and go on dates and meet other people who might be a little bit more suited. Tip number 14, understand that they are also still dating. So remember, if you're not in a committed relationship, it's likely that they're also seeing other people. And tip number 15 is don't forget why you started. So you probably started this to have fun, perhaps have some physical connections. So if this is feeling stressful or difficult, it might be a good idea to reevaluate and perhaps have a conversation with your friends with benefit. So I hope this has been helpful for you. We love it if you comment on this video, if you follow our channel. We put up content regularly, and we definitely recommend that you have a look at the Relish app, which has a lot of tips like this around relationships, dating, sex, communication, and intimacy. That's all from me. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.